Good evening to those who listen. It's December 15th, 2025, 6:37 p.m. And here's some more Bible changes. And this time we're in Luke 14. Now, this one is totally crazy. Totally crazy. All right, so this was when Jesus was eating bread on the Sabbath day in the house of one of the Pharisees. And there came a certain man before him which had the dropsy. What? Dropsy? I never heard that before. So I had to look it up. Dropsy. Dropsy. Let's just see. I want to hear how it's pronounced.
Dropsy.
I was right. Dropsy. So it says the definition is an old-fashioned or less technical term for edema or edema. So what is that? A condition characterized by an excess of watery fluid collecting in the cavities or tissues of the body. What? It can affect any part of the body, more likely to show up in the legs and feet. Okay, now that's totally new to me. Swelling or puffiness in the tissue under the skin. Wow. Verse 5, and he answered them, saying, which of you shall have an ass or an ox fallen into a pit, and will not straightway pull him out on the Sabbath day? Is that right? This one I'm not sure about, but I don't remember that. I thought it was sheep falling into a pit. I don't know. This could be something separate. I'm not sure about that, but an ass or an ox. All right, this whole thing in here now. Verse 7, and it's the whole thing, so I'm not going to read it all, so you guys can check it out. So at verse 7, he put forth a parable to those which were bidden, when he marked how they chose out of the chief room, saying unto them, when thou art bidden of any man to a wedding, sit not down in the highest room, lest a more honorable man than thou be bidden of him. And this whole thing is just bidden. I don't remember where it's stated this way. Verse 16, then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper, and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready. I remember it as he tried to get all these people to go to the wedding, and they came up with all these excuses why they couldn't go. So then he just told his servants to go out into the streets or whatever and find people to go to the wedding. But this is like weird. So it has the people with the excuses, and then the servant came and showed his lord these things, that nobody was coming to the wedding. And the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. The halt. So I had to look up halt, and just to bring to a stop, to cease marching or journeying. But there's one where it says to walk or proceed with a limp. So the maimed, I guess, or the people that had a limp. Maybe that's what that means. But I've never seen that in the Bible. Hold on, where is it? Go out quickly into the streets and the lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt. See now, and the blind. Okay. All right, now we're going on to verse 26. The way this reads, it does not sound right. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. What? So it's saying if he doesn't hate his father and mother and wife and children and brethren, then he can't be his disciple. So it doesn't make sense. Now, it would make sense if it said, if any man come to me and hate his father and mother and brethren and all that, then cannot be my disciple. But this says, hate not. What is going on? Here's another one that's really crazy. Verse 32, or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace. It's saying that God, or Jesus is saying that, someone that's building something, does he not first calculate the costs, if he'll be able to finish it, and what king, is going to go to war against another king, but not sit down and consult whether he's going to be able to have a big enough army or be able to beat the opponent, the other side. So, ambassage. Now, I'm sure what I think it means, but check this out. So I put it in here in the dictionary, and according to this, it either doesn't exist or has never been used. And it shows here that it was first accessed on December 15th, which is today, meaning that I am the only one who's ever looked this up on the Merriam-Webster dictionary website. What? No way. That can't be. Okay, so I just put it in definition, and that's what it sounds like. It's an embassy or diplomatic mission sent from one place to another, one state to another. So the usage is rare. The first use was in 1534, and there's the other times when it was used. So the first use of this word was way after it was used in Luke. Also, if it was such a rare word that wasn't used, why in 1611, when they did the new translation of the King James Version, would they use that if it was so rare of a word? And why is it appearing in our Bibles now? So Luke 14 has a lot of different changes and stuff that just does not sound right. It's crazy. Thanks for watching, and comment about what you think about this in the comments. Thanks for watching. God bless.